I better lock this. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel for the first time ever. We are closed every Monday. If you don't know, we own a grocery store, me and Felicia. I had to lock the door because even after almost 4 years, people still forget that we're closed on Mondays. So some days when I'm shooting these videos, someone will walk in behind me. Hey, what's going on? How come you guys don't have any of your lights on or something? So yeah, we make sure to lock this door when we're in here on Mondays, because we come in on every Monday, stock the shelves, you know, do what good grocery store owners do, keep everything clean, keep everything nice and organized. And yeah, this has been our life for a little while. If you followed our journey, thank you. If you'd like to follow our journey and help us out, subscribe down below. We are all about small business and growing a small business into an empire and becoming your own boss as an entrepreneur. You name it, we're here every single Monday. Subscribe down below. Like this video if you want to support this small business. We appreciate every single like. Some of you can't come into our store and buy items to support the store, but pressing the like button is more than gracious from you guys. So thank you so much for all the support we've gotten. Let's get into this video. It's something that's been on my mind all week that I wanted to share with you guys. So how do you like this store, honestly? You like this store so far? I mean, it's not exactly a grocery store. It's not a convenience store. Think of it like a boutique or a bodega, if you will. High-end boutique. You find the baguettes and the cappuccini and the nice stuff you can get at the other stores. So please consider liking this video or commenting down below if you agree with this sentence. I seem to be getting bored with things too easily, especially in business. Like, I look at my parents or my dad, and he has run his business for 40 years. And for me to think that I will be in this square rectangle box for the next 40 years absolutely drives me nuts. Is it because, I'm not self-disciplined to run something, and create it around my lifestyle like, everybody else seems to be okay with doing? Or do I just constantly, want to build something, start the next project? Build something, sell it, start the next project. Maybe that's the way my whole life will go. And if you feel the same, maybe you're experiencing stuff like this as well. You start something, it's running well, it becomes, I think we've built this place to as much as we possibly can at this point, and it'll slowly grow from here. But then it's always what's next. I hit the what's next moment. We hit a milestone, and then it's what's next. And I think the only way I'll ever be truly happy is if I'm always building something, if I'm always reaching a next goal, trying to hit another destination, trying something new, hitting a milestone. So maybe the point isn't to, stick with one business forever in your life, but build it to what you can, sell it off to someone else, and then build something else. But then I feel like I'm always starting over from scratch. So I don't know which way to go. And if you agree with this, please comment down below, because I think a lot of people do, but they don't want to say it and they're afraid to, because the general public doesn't feel like this. They'll start a job, get a career, work it for 40 years. Even if they're unhappy, it pays the bills. I don't know if I want to live like that 100%. So I ran the numbers last week. If you've seen last week's video with revealing our grocery store sales, if not, you guys can watch that video after. If you'd like to know, you guys can go watch that video. But I ran the numbers and I ran our expenses, and unfortunately, this store has been performing at a very mediocre level, okay? And I need to take it to the next step. And a lot of people say, Ray, you're being greedy. Why do you need more money? It's not about me personally needing more money. I just need this place to make sense. At this point, I'll be honest with you, we average around $600,000 a year in sales. But it's still, we're still not able to really make it over that hurdle where it becomes a true bona fide, running business that we need it to be, so we can focus on what else we're trying to do. Like at this point, we're looking at other properties to become landlords, and we have so many things we need to do and want to do with our lives that we're constantly focusing on trying to bring this place up to where it needs to be. And I ran those numbers and it became kind of depressing, and I wanted to kind of give you guys the input on what I'm thinking and what needs to happen in order to make this place slightly self-sufficient without me and Felicia running it 24/7 like a bunch of, headless monkeys day in and day out. And that's the difference between being self-employed and being, a full-on bona fide business. If you are, working every single day, trying to make the place work, you're self-employed. If you have a business, you can step back a bit, maybe take a few days off, focus on other aspects of your entrepreneurship journey, and have the place self-sufficient. Not fully, nothing is completely absent, but we're trying to take it to the next step. And I realize the numbers that need to be happening here to take it to the next step, and they're not that friendly, let's say. Always gotta be organized around here. Always gotta be organized. Look at that. See that? I care. So to give you guys a real world example is, Felicia and I are going to look at another property. You may have seen that we purchased our condo thanks to the store, has treated us decently well. But we're looking at another property to actually, turn it into a rental property. And, I want to be able to experience, in life what it's like to be a landlord. We've rented so many apartments or condos. We were always on the other side. And now I want to kind of see, and diversify our portfolio as well. The experience of being a landlord. I always want to try different businesses and things like that. And this one makes sense. This property makes sense, and we're going to try to go over it when we make the video for that. But it gives me that perspective on, we could keep working like this 24/7 and invest in more properties, or we could get this place to where it needs to be, potentially, hopefully, for a decent exit and keep investing in properties. But we're not 100% certain on which way to go. And our lease is actually up in a little while. So we do need to make that decision on, are we taking this place to the next level, or are we passing it on to someone who is ready to go and, has the funds to possibly hire staff already and, doesn't have to rely on this for their sole income. I mean, this place can truly make you some decent money if it's run well. The place is kind of getting stale to me. I really gotta figure out, either how to spruce it up, get more people interested, or sadly move on. So to give you a real world example, Felicia's actually in the real estate course. So if this place, is fully functioning and she wants to do that on a part-time, it's possible. If we're still working here 24/7, it's going to be very hard to be a real estate agent while running your own store. So that's kind of why we're trying to, build this place and be able to kind of take a step back and have some people who are good, qualified employees that we can trust to work a few days a week, or be able, to handle some of the ordering and the inventory and managing the store as we're doing it now. Because I understand, it's hard for us to take a step back. We really treated this place like a newborn, and now it's like a toddler that you're leaving someone else to babysit. But at the end of the day, either you work your whole life 24/7, or you trust other people who can do the job probably just as well as you, but they'll never actually have that care like you do, because it's not their thing, it's not their business, right? So you can't really expect that, but they can function, they can make the work flow just as good as you. It just might not have the same love or passion that you did. Who knows, maybe you'll find someone that wants to take it over. Life has many possibilities, and that's kind of what we're trying to explore with this new business that we're in. This is our first business, so we're trying to take it day by day and learn as we go. And we're kind of blessed to even be at this point where we have the options to look at new business or properties, or try new courses and new things. So that's kind of where we're at, and that's kind of where we're going to be for a little while. I think I always have that passion to always be building something, whether it be, our physical health or our finances, or, we want to travel. We always want to be doing something different. And I think that's kind of the way I'll always have, either a business or a project on the go. Break down the numbers for you guys. At this point, we are doing about 650,000 in sales yearly on average. We really need to bump it up to about 1 million in sales, and to double your sales in a small location like this, when you've already kind of been, you know, doing some decent advertising, bringing in new products, really filling the store with inventory that works, you know, and most of your neighborhood kind of knows that you exist and you've attracted most people that would be interested. It's going to be slow growth to get there. I know after businesses take years on years to grow, but you know, we want to hit that point later than sooner. You know, just for our own personal lifestyle, we do want to have 1 or 2 days off a week, like a normal functioning business, or even an employee has that. You do want to have you know, kids one day without having to raise them in the back room, right? And we do, the main thing for me is I do want to try other business ventures out, and I simply don't have the time if this store stays stagnant at this level. So even, you know, at 1 million in sales is still not crazy amount of money for a place with so many expenses. With added labor and all that, you know, we're really still only making net maybe 150,000 net to split between the both of us. That's with rent, expenses, you know, advertising, and a full-on staff. You know, it's not a cash cow per se, and we could break it down. You know, it might give or take 50,000 up, or, you know, 50,000 down, depending on how much we spend on improvements and everything else. So at the end of the day, you know, when you're considering a small business, just know that it's going to take a long time to make a comfortable salary. And then if you want a salary that makes more than you're currently making as an employee somewhere, it's going to be a while. And you know, there's benefits obviously here. You know, you don't have anyone to listen to. I can film these videos on my site. There's no one to tell me what to do. Every decision I want to make is my own. You know, if I want to sit down, if I want to stop, if I want to start. That's the beauty of being your own boss. It comes with everything else, right? So just take that into consideration before starting a business, because it's not all sunshine and rainbows. I tell you guys this day in and day out, because so many people want to open up, you know, small businesses out there, and they say, oh, I can't wait to be my own boss. But guess what? You know, with this position, every customer is your boss. You really need to keep those customers happy, especially when you're just, you know, still trying to make ends meet. All right, guys, that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it sparks something with your journey as well, because these videos are basically just becoming my mental weekly thoughts, and I'm just putting them on video for you guys to share, and hopefully you can avoid some of the problems that I have when you start your own business. Not sure why I keep looking there. The camera's up there. All right, that's good.